I'm Sebastian St. James. Tesla stocks have had a precipitous drop because it failed to reach this quarter's expectations. And here's the graph. You see it's going along quite nicely, and then, whoops, the quarterly announcement goes ahead and the market drops. Throws out the baby with the bathwater. So it failed to reach expectations, but what was the expectation in the first place? And what did it actually reach? Well, if we have a look, its revenue was $21.45 billion. It was expected to give $21.96 billion. But what's $500 million between friends? Its profit came in at $3.3 billion. It was expected to be $3.9 billion. So $0.6 billion off. The problem is Tesla made 22,000 vehicles that it couldn't deliver. So it actually made the vehicles no problems. Actually getting them out the door and getting them to the customer, no. That did not happen, which signaled to some market analysts that actually Tesla's manufacturing was outstripping its demand. And that's the reason for the drop. Personally, I can forgive and forget, and so is the market beginning to. If we have a look at the graph, we find it is actually rising up now. The market is starting to recover from the electric vehicle shock announcement. See what I did there? So that's what the market's done with Tesla today. But if we draw back a bit, how's Tesla actually been going lately? Well, over the 1 month, we see the S&P 500 there in purple, Tesla is in blue, and Tesla, well, it's underperformed the S&P 500 over the last month. Fairly poorly, actually. If we go back to the 6 months, well, the S&P 500 has actually outperformed again. Tesla did almost there come up, but no, it's dropped now, and dropped it has. Something's not going on. Let me take a broader view and go back to 1 year. So I see Tesla's up and down, but it's actually ended much lower. Only just though. How far do I have to go back to actually get a clean slate where Tesla is in the lead? The answer is 2 years. And there it is. Tesla's outperformed the S&P 500 fairly well over that period of time, so you would have been happy if you'd been a longer-term shareholder. Tesla attributed the lack of delivery to rising transport costs and shrinking transport capacity. So it's trying to get the vehicles out there with not much success. I can't emphasize enough, we have excellent demand for Q4 and we expect to sell every car that we made, Musk said. The factories are running at full speed and delivering every car we make. Well, let's hope so. Musk hyped up Tesla's long-term potential, saying it could eventually become more valuable than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined. As you know, Elon Musk has never promised anything he has not delivered in full. Apparently I made that last sentence up. Elon Musk is once again promising Teslas will drive themselves in the near future, a claim he's been making since at least 2015. In 2015, billionaire Tesla CEO Elon Musk threw down a gauntlet. By 2018, Tesla cars will drive themselves. My guess for when we'll have full autonomy is approximately 3 years, Musk said in 2015. It was a promise that he's echoed in one form or another for years at this point. Let's put his most recent claims to the test. So Tesla at the moment has a market cap of $668 billion. Not tiny, but nor is Apple and Saudi Aramco, so let's find out how much they have in market cap. Apple's market cap right now, as of recording, is $2.34 trillion. Alright, that's a fair bit up from Tesla's. And Saudi Aramco, or Saudi Arabian Oil Company as it's more officially called, is worth $7.93 trillion SAR. What's a SAR? SAR is the Saudi Arabian Rial. But then you knew that already. At the moment, 1 SAR is equal to 0.26 US dollars. So I've plugged in the figure, I've done the math for you. Tesla right now, its market cap is $668 billion. These are all in billions. Apple right now, 2,340. Saudi oil is 2,115. I've done the conversion for you to US dollars. That means the claim that Elon is making, Apple plus Saudi equals $4.455 billion. Tesla, of course, is $668 billion. That means Tesla's progress in reaching Elon Musk's claim is 14.99%. The question is, will I be able to throw away my license and ride in Elon Musk's super robot taxis for the rest of my life, or will Tesla become the largest company in the world? I couldn't possibly say. Despite Tesla failing to ship out all its vehicles, it's actually done rather well this quarter. So let's take a look at that. Its revenue year on year is up 56%. Well, that's pretty good. Vehicle production and vehicle deliveries grew by 54% and 42% respectively. So Elon's actually doing a fairly good job. The delivery's actually going up, but they still failed to get all the vehicles delivered. The market is not very happy with that. The gross margin was 27.9%, down from 30.5%. We know why, because delivery costs are up, therefore the gross margin has to come down. Operating income grew by 84%, earnings per share up by 69%, operating cash flow up by 62%. The supercharger stations increased in number by 32%. But not in Australia, obviously. We only get one new supercharging station a year from Tesla, and we have to share that with New Zealand. The question is, if I had $10,000 right now, would I buy up Tesla stock, or would I skip the cars entirely and put my money into the raw ingredients that make up the battery technology? Click here to find out.